Hello sir, welcome to today's class. In today's class, we'll be starting a new chapter that is called the differential equations, right? This is the easiest chapter sir in your GATE examination. If you get integration, if you are well enough to do the integration and if you know how to do integration differentiation and if you remember the basic formulas, then this is the easiest chapter. You can easily score your 2 marks, right? And I will specifically stress wherever tough questions can be coming from this particular chapter, right? Now let us enter into the chapter sir, right? So, apart from the marks, if we want to talk about the differential equations in general, why do we need to study differential equations, sir? We need to study differential equations because in any engineering branch you see, wherever you go, you have some problems where you'll have to deal with differential equations. So, let us write some of those problems where you'll be dealing with your differential equations, right? So, wherever you get, so if you're a mechanical student, then you'll get oscillations in mechanical system, right? Or oscillations in electrical system, right? Or basically if you are bending of beams, or say conduction of heat, or say basically your velocity of chemical reaction, So in every engineering branch, wherever we take an engineering subject, sir, you will definitely get problems where you need to solve differential equations, right? Or model the problems using the differential equations. What is the meaning of modeling, sir? Modeling is basically what? Modeling is nothing but expressing your given problem in terms of a differential equation. Modeling is what, sir? It is basically expressing the practical problem. In terms of differential equation. Is called as modeling, sir, right? So whenever we want to do any analysis, we have to definitely do the modeling. That means whatever is a practical problem, what can be the practical problem, sir? Practical problem can be, say, if you're a civil engineer, then bending of beams, when you do, you'll definitely need to model it. Or say if you're an electrical student, then you'll have your oscillators where RLC network is there you'll have to deal with the differential equations, right? So if you are, say, your aerospace guy or any other branch where you get conduction of heat, then also we will get modeling we have to do and we'll have to deal with the differential equations, right? So basically this is very common and a very basic mathematical tool needed in your engineering. So we'll be studying it in engineering mathematics, right? So let us try to understand from the very basic that what is differential equation, how to solve them, what is the significance of this, and what else can we see, right? Now, if I go to a very basic point, see sir, let me take up from a very basic point. Say if you have a function y is equal to f of x. Say you have a function y is equal to f of x. Or say you have another function z is equal to, say, some g of x comma y, right? In this, what is dependent variable and what is independent variable, sir? Whatever are here, this are what, sir? These are your independent variable. These are what? These are your independent variables. These are your independent variables. Then what are these, sir? These are basically your dependent variables. These are basically what? These are your dependent variables. Sir, why they are called as, why the terms which are on this side are called dependent and why these are independent? If you draw a graph, you'll understand, sir. If I try to draw a graph for y is equal to f of x, how will it look like, sir? Say I'm choosing some random y is equal to f of x. So the graph is like this. Or if you really want to draw a graph, how will you draw, sir? You can choose different values of x. What can you do, sir? You can choose different values of x. It's your wish to which value of x you are choosing. That's why the value of x is your choice. Based on the value of x you are choosing, you are getting different y's. You are getting different y's. That is why this became what? This became the dependent one and this became the independent one. Right? Similarly, if you have z is equal to gx comma y, that also graph will look like what, sir? That graph will also look like something like this. Say this is your x, this is your y, then this will be your z. So based on the different values of x, y you choosing, you will get your different, you will get a sheet like this, right? You will get different values of f of g of x comma y. So that's why this will become dependent and this will become independent, right? Okay, sir. So why are we actually talking about this dependency and independency? Because if you want to show a differential equation, or say if I am writing a differential term, say I am writing dy by dx, or say I am writing dou z by dou y, or del z by del y. Say I am writing dou square z by dou x square, right? I can write any terms like this. These terms are called differential. These are called what, sir? These are called as differential terms. Differential terms, or simply differential coefficients also, right? In this, whenever I write a differential term, this numerator, whatever there is in the numerator will be what, sir? These are all your, these are what, sir? These are all your dependent variables. This will be what? Dependent variables. And whatever are there in the denominator, here, these will be what? These will be your independent variables. These will be your independent variables. It is always like this. Okay, sir, we have understood this, but why do we need this, right? Whichever definitions I am going to write, or whenever you want to remember the definitions, you will have to understand what is the meaning of the dependent variable and the independent variable, right? Now we have just got a basic idea about how to show a function and what are basically differential terms or differential coefficients. Now let me write the definition of a differential equation. Let me write the definition of a differential equation, sir. A differential equation. Right? Very simple definition, sir. This is differential equation is nothing but, sir, it's an equation. Basically, what is differential equation, sir? It's an equation with differential terms. That's it. It's an equation with differential terms, or it's an equation with differential coefficients. That's it. So, what do you mean by equation, sir? If you mean by equations, that means there will be some terms, there will be some addition or subtraction or multiplication between them, then that will be equal to 0, right? So, if I want to write the definition is a differential equation is an equation which involves differential terms, right? Very simple definition. If I want to write an example, see, sir, you will understand it with the example. If I write example like this, say I am writing my example like dy by dx plus 2y is equal to e power x. This is a differential equation. Or I am writing something like this, sir. Dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y square is equal to 0, right? Sir, it's an equation, means one side there should be 0. Yes, sir. You can send this e power x this side and it will become 0, right? So this is a differential equation. This is also a differential equation. Or I can write some other equation like this, sir. I can write dou z by dou x plus dou z by dou y into dou square z by dou x square, dou square z by dou x square is equal to z. Something like this. Basic examples I'm writing, right? So these are basically what, sir? These are your differential equations which involves differential terms. So there can be other terms also which are not differential terms, but whichever equations in which there is a differential term, that becomes your differential equation. So this is a differential equation. There are other terms also, but this is an equation in which there are only differential terms. This is also differential equation. Here also there are differential terms as well as your dependent variables. So this is also a differential equation, right? So this is how you define a differential equation, right? Very good, sir. Now let us go to the next point. The next point is something like this. What is a ordinary differential equation and a partial differential equation? We have understood the general definition of a differential equation, but there are two things, sir, that is ODE and PDE, right? So see, sir, what is ODE and PDE? One is ordinary differential equation. In short form, I'll call this as ODE. This is what, sir? ODE, right? And there is another thing called partial differential equations, that is called PDE, right? Now, what is the meaning of ordinary differential equation, sir? An ordinary differential equation is that in which whatever differential terms are there, they are with reference to only one independent variable, right? What is the meaning of that, sir? That means this. If you see dy by dx, that means what is the independent variable here? The independent variable is x. That means only one independent variable is there in reference, so that is called as ordinary differential equation, and we'll use d like this, sir. And whenever you see partial differential equation, there will be more than one independent variable. See here, I told you dou x square, dou y square, because I told whichever comes in the denominator is independent variable. So similarly here x, y, x square, something like that are there. So that will become partial differential equation. So ordinary differential equation is what? Is that in which differential terms are with reference to a single variable, reference to a single independent variable, right? And it is easy to remember, sir, because you will get d. You will not use del, you will use d, sir. Example, if you want, example is like this, sir. It is d square y by dx square, say plus 5 into dy by dx plus say 6y, say is equal to sine x. In this, if you see, there are two differential terms. This is a differential term, this is a differential term, and both the differential terms are with respect to a single independent variable, that is x. So this is what, sir? This is a ODE. If you want, I can write like this: d square x by dt square plus dx by dt whole cube is equal to cos t. Like this I have written, sir. This is also, if you observe, the denominator I have used only single variable, that is t here this time. So this is also what? This is also ordinary differential equation. So very simple definition. Whenever you write this d, it's a ordinary differential equation. If you want the textbook definition, it is what? The differential coefficients will be in reference with only one single variable, right? Like this. Now what is partial differential equation, sir? Now if you want, what is partial differential equation? This PD, partial differential equation. What is the short form for this, sir? The short form for this is PDE. right? I'll be using short forms. DE means differential equation. Here, sir, D is somewhere I might have written. D is differential equation. D, I'll use it as differential equation. ODE is basically ordinary differential equation. PD is partial differential equation, right? In this, see, sir, what will happen? In this, basically, this is that partial differential equation is that in which differential terms are with reference to more than one single variable, Simple definition, sir. Very simple definition. And here what will I use, sir? Here I'll be using generally del, right? So this is what, sir? This is your ODE and this is your PD and this is also what, sir? This is also your PD, right? So you can write some examples if you want. Example, you can write it like this, sir. Say dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y square is equal to, say, 0, something like that, right? Any equation in which dou is coming, this is called as dou, sir, right? This is called as what? Dou, right? Or if you want to write another example, the second example I am writing like this, sir. Dou tau divided by dou t plus dou tau divided by dou x is equal to x t tau, right? Some differential equation where the tau is what? The tau is basically your dependent variable and t and x are what? T and x are your independent variables, right? So this is your basic definition of ordinary differential equation. This is your partial differential equation. See, sir, what we'll do next? Next, study about order and degrees, right? Let us see what is the meaning of order and degree of a differential equation. This is very important topic, sir. Order and degree of differential equation, right? So you could get a 1 mark question from this. So make sure you understand this properly, sir, right? So order is nothing but whatever is the highest derivative appearing in your differential equation, right? And degree is nothing but the power of highest derivative appearing in the differential equation after the expression is free from radical form or fraction free form, right? So let me write them. Let me first tell you the examples, right? Say I have written something like d square y by dx square plus 2 dy by dx plus y is equal to d cube y by dx square, d cube y by dx cube whole power, say something like this is there. D cube y by dx cube plus, say, 2 d power 4 y by dx power 4 and here you put power 3, right? Now for this, let me tell you or let me explain you what is the meaning of order and degree, right? Now order is nothing but order of differential equation is the highest derivative appearing in it is what, sir? Is basically highest derivative appearing in differential equation. Appearing in, or order of D is the highest derivative appearing in it, right? So here, see, sir, what is the order? Highest derivative means what? This is not at all differentiated, only y. This is one time differentiated, dy by dx. This is 2 times differentiated, d square y by dx square. This is 3 times differentiated, this cube d cube y by dx cube. This is 4 times differentiated, d power 4 y by dx power. That means what is the order of this differential equation, sir? The order of differential equation is, this particular differential equation order is how much, sir? 4. How do you define order? Highest derivative. What is the meaning of highest derivative? How many times it is getting derivative? That is the meaning of order, right? Now let us talk about degree, sir. Now let me talk about degree. So when we talk about degree, degree of differential equation is power of highest derivative. Power of highest derivative after the DE, after the differential equation is fraction, or after the differential equation is radical free form and negative power free form. As far as differential terms are concerned. As far as differential terms are concerned. Now let us try to understand this. Degree is kind of important, sir. You pay special interest here. What is the meaning of degree? See, sir, here you have to understand degree is nothing but, see, sir, what is the meaning of degree? Power. Degree is nothing but power. Power of who, sir? Power of highest derivative. It is simply what, sir? It is simply power of highest derivative, right? But he is telling that after the differential is radical free form and negative power free form. What is the meaning of radical, sir? Radical is nothing but this symbol, sir. We write this. This is called radical, right? So radical free form means it should not have any fraction powers, right? If you put 2 here, it will become square root. If you put 3 here, it will become cube root. If you put 4, it will become fourth root. So this particular symbol is called radical, sir, right? So your differential equation should not have any negative powers in them, or it should not have any fraction powers, right? You should not have any fraction powers or negative powers in your differential equation. They should be free from them. That's why after the differential equation is radical free form and negative power free form as far as differential terms are concerned, right? Now you don't need to look about if you have y power 1 by 2, you need not worry about that, right? As far as differential terms, that is the differential terms are concerned, they should be in fraction free form and negative power free form, sir, right? If it are there like that, then you look at what is the power of highest derivative. That will become what? That will become the degree, right? So here, see, sir, what is the degree? Here degree is basically 1. Here degree is not 3, here degree is 1. Mind it, sir. Because what is the highest derivative, sir? 4 is the highest derivative. And the power of highest derivative is 1. And before confirming it as 1, you'll have to check the entire equation. Are there any fraction powers? No. The power of this is 1, the power of this is 1, the power of this is 3, the power of this is 1. There are no fraction powers, there are no negative powers. That means this is free from radical form and negative power free form. So basically that is your degree, right? I will quote more examples, say, sir. I will quote you examples and you'll have to tell the order and degree, right? Say I am writing like this, dy by dx is equal to 2 plus dx by dy, right? Now I want order and degree of this. You can directly tell order is how much, sir? Order is how much and degree is how much? You see only one time differentiation, so you will blindly say that the order is 1, sir, right? Order is 1, but degree, when you say, the degree will become 2. Sir, how is that degree becoming 2? See, sir, this differential equation, either you write everything in terms of dy by dx or everything in terms of dx by dy. But you cannot have both, right? So it is like this. You have to write dy by dx is equal to 2 plus 1 by dy by dx. That means this is actually having like this, sir. Dy by dx plus is equal to 2 plus dy by dx power minus 1. So whenever you get power minus 1, everything should be in dy by dx or dx by dy. Here you are getting a power minus 1. So you have to remove that power minus 1. How will we remove that power minus 1, sir? You just take LCM here. If you take LCM here, see sir, what will you get? You will get dy by dx whole square is equal to 2 times dy by dx plus 1, right? This is how you should express it. This is how you should express. Then you can tell, see sir, what is the order? 1 is the order. What is the degree, sir? Degree is 2, right? Very good. If I give you another example, see sir, let me give you another example. This is question 1, say. Second question. Say I am asking you something like this, sir. D square y by dx square is equal to 3 times d cube y by dx cube plus 1 by y whole power 3 by 2, right? This is what is there. Now I am asking you what? I am asking you order and degree. Now I am asking what, sir? Order and degree, right? So if you see here, what is the order, sir? The order is, here you see d square y by dx square, here you see d cube y by dx cube, here you see 1 by y. So 3 times I see differential equation. So what is the order for me? The order will become 3, right? Now what will be the degree, sir? The degree, whenever you want to say degree, here there is 1 by 2 power. Now I cannot have radical powers, so I have to square it on both sides. You square it on both sides and see, sir, what will you get? If you square it, this will actually become d square y by dx square whole square is equal to some 3 times. You are squaring on this side, so this will become 3 square and d cube y by dx cube plus 1 by y whole power 3, right? Now you need not basically what, sir? You need not expand that. You could simply see that the highest power of this you will get it as equal to 3. So the order is also 3 and the degree is also 3 here, right? So just make sure that there are no fraction powers or no negative powers like this, right? Now let me give you some more interesting questions. This next coming question is basically very interesting question, sir. See. Say I am asking you something like this, sir. I am asking you dy by dx plus 2x is equal to sine of d square y by dx square. Something like this is given to you in the exam, right? Now see, sir, what will happen if you want to say what is the order and degree? What is I am asking, sir? I am asking you what is the order and what is the degree, right? Now this is basically trapped in sine. So what is this, sir? Basically it's in sine now. So whenever it is in sine, you know that you can expand sine, right? This is basically sine. So what is the order, sir? The order is 2 because I see that it is 2 times differentiated. But whenever you expand sine, what will you get, sir? The expansion of sine theta is what? The expansion of sine theta is basically theta minus theta cube by 3 factorial plus theta power 5 divided by 5 factorial minus theta power 7 divided by 7 factorial and then so on, plus and then so on. That means what will be the power of d square y by dx square coming? It will keep on coming, sir, right? So whenever you have your highest order thing trapped in sine, cosine, logarithm, anything like that, then you say degree is not defined. You simply say what, sir? Degree is not defined, right? Or if I have asked you like this, if I ask the same question like this, say d square y by dx square plus 2x is equal to, say, I'm asking ln, that is log of dy by dx, right? Now, log also will have certain expansion, but I don't need to care about the expansion now. Why, sir? Because what is the order? The order is basically equal to 2, and what is the degree, sir? The degree is here equal to 1. What is the degree here? The degree here will be equal to 1. Order is 2, degree is 1. Why? Because you have to check only about this fellow, sir. You have to check only about this fellow. You need not worry about this fellow, right? So make sure whenever you get not defined degree or defined degree, you just have to put more focus on this, right? Next. Say if I am asking you another interesting question, sir. Say the question is like this. Say the question I am asking you is like this. Say d square y by dx square plus 2y is equal to under root x minus d cube y by dx cube, right? Whole power, say 1 by 2 is there, right? Or remove this 1 by 2. This is like this, sir. Now I am asking you what, sir? Now I am asking you order and degree again. Same order equal to dash, degree equal to dash, right? Now you see, sir. If at all the question is like this, now you might feel that, sir, there is under root x, let us get this fellow this side and square. No, sir, that's the wrong thinking, because you only concern about differential terms, sir. Here the differential terms are d square y by dx square and d cube y by dx square, right? So what is the order? I could see 3 times it is being differentiated, so order is 3. What is the degree? There are no fraction powers, there are no negative powers. As far as differentials are concerned, so simply the degree is 1. Simply degree is what, sir? Degree is 1, right? So this is the points which you'll have to remember whenever we are talking about order and degree. And this order and degree is not only applicable for your ordinary differential equation, it is also applicable for your partial differential equations, because all the questions I gave you are ODE terms. So I can give you question like this, sir. Say I'm asking you dou square u by dou x square x plus y dou square u by dou y square is equal to dou cube u divided by dou x, dou y, dou x whole square, right? Here I am asking you what, sir? Say here I am asking you order and degree. Order is equal to question mark, degree is equal to question mark. So see, sir, what will happen? Here also you see this is 2 times differentiated, this is 2 times differentiated, but this is 3 times differentiated, isn't it? Because dou cube y by dou x, dou y, dou z. That means it is first differentiated with x, then with y, then with x. So 3 times it is differentiated. So the order is how much? 3. And what is the degree, sir? The degree is basically 2, right? Because the highest power and no negative powers, no fraction powers are there. So the same rules, whatever I told, will also applicable for your PDE, which are applicable for your ODE, right? So this is small definitions of your order and degree. Make sure you do not forget this. Next, let me go to what, sir? Let me tell you what we have seen so far. We have seen basically what is differential equation, what is ordinary differential equation, what is partial differential equation, what is order, what is degree, and certain basic examples on them, right? Now let us see, let us write some notable points, right? The notable points are like this, sir. Formation of differential equation. How do you form a differential equation, sir? Say you have an equation like this. Say y is equal to 2x plus c is there, right? Or this only I can write it as y is equal to mx plus c. So here what is the m value, sir? The m value is the system parameter, that is the slope, right? And what is that c? That c is the arbitrary constant. What is this c, sir? This c is this arbitrary constant. Arbitrary constant, right? So, or if I want to give another example, say I am giving you y is equal to c1 e power minus 3x plus c2 x plus c3 into e power say 4x, right? Here what are c1, c2, c3 sir? c1, c2, c3 are what? These are arbitrary constants. These are what sir? These are arbitrary constants, right? Now, why I am telling about this sir? See, now you'll understand. Whenever you want to form a differential equation, we have to eliminate the ordinary differential, we have to eliminate the arbitrary constants. Once you eliminate the arbitrary constants, then you will be getting your differential equations, right? For example, if I want to find, say, I am giving like this, sir. Question is, form differential equation for y is equal to 2x plus c, right? Then what will you do, sir? You will do something like this. You will simply differentiate dy by dx is equal to 2. That's it. This is the differential equation governing this particular straight line, right? Very good, sir. And say if I ask you another question like this, say if I am asking you form differential equation for y is equal to say c1 e power 3x plus c2 e power 4x. Some question I am giving like this. So here also what you have to do, we have to eliminate c1 and c2 because c1 and c2 are what? Arbitrary constants. So let us eliminate them, sir. So if you do dy by dx, see sir, what will you get? You will get it as 3c1 into e power 3x plus 4c2 into e power 4x, right? Now let us try to differentiate them again. Say d square y by dx square. See sir, what will you get? You will get it as 9c1 e power 3x plus 16c2 e power 4x, right? Now I have to take certain combination in such a way that I have to eliminate c1 and c2. So see sir, how can I eliminate c1 and c2? And why did I do it only 3 times? Only 2 times. I will also tell you that. I will give it as a note point. See sir, you can express it like this, sir. You can express it as what? Let me tell you how to do this, sir. Because I know the answer and I know the method. When you go further, you can do it like this. Say if you do d square y by dx square and minus 7 dy by dx plus 12y, you will get it as 0, sir. Right? See, how will you get it as 0? What is d square y by dx square? That is basically 9c1 e power 3x plus 16c2 e power 4x. And what is 12? This will become 12c1 e power 3x because this is 12y plus 12c2 e power 4x, right? Now see the minus term. What is the minus term, sir? Minus 7 3s are 21 minus 21c1 e power 3x and these are minus 7 4s are 28. So this become minus 28 c2 e power 4x. So when you see, sir, add this, this will become 0, this will become 0. So this is the differential equation governing this particular solution or this particular y is equal to f of x, right? And this is the differential equation governing this particular equation, right? This is the differential equation for this. This is the differential equation for this, right? That you might get a doubt, sir, that how did you exactly know this? I'll tell you. When you go forward, you will understand this in the class, right? Now focus on the notable point. Notable point is note. To form a differential equation, arbitrary constants have to be eliminated. And important point is this. And order of differential equation will be equal to number of arbitrary constants. Right? So this is the first notable point which you have to remember, sir. Here if you observe, this C is arbitrary constant. There was only one arbitrary constant. That's why we got first order differential equation. Here you had C1, C2, two arbitrary constants. That's why you got second order differential equation. To eliminate them, here C1, C2, C3. So you will get third order differential equations governing this particular solution. Right? So remember, sir, how many ever arbitrary constants will be there? Those many has to be eliminated, and those many, this much will be the order of the differential equation. Right? Very good. Now say second point I am trying to write like this. Second point is like this, sir. If you have, after solving a differential equation, say you got y is equal to 2x plus c. You got this, sir. Right? Say, assume I gave you a question like this. Say I gave you a question like this. I gave you a question like solve dy by dx. Simple question only taking, sir, just for you to understand the point here. Say dy by dx is equal to say 5 I am asking. I am asking you to solve this. So when you solve this, what will you get? You will basically get y is equal to 5x plus c. Right? And there can be y is equal to, I can write y is equal to 5x plus say some 10. Right? I can get 10, sir. When will I get 10? Then when I say some extra information, when x is equal to 2, y is equal to, say I am asking like this, sir. When x is equal to 1, I am giving information, when x is equal to 1, y is equal to 15. Right? When I give this information, you will get it as this. Right? So this is basically what, sir? This solution where you have arbitrary constant, this is called general solution. This is called what, sir? This is called as general solution or complete solution. You can also call this as complete solution. But whenever you put C is equal to something, these are what, sir? These are called as initial conditions or boundary conditions. These are called as initial or boundary conditions. Right? So whenever you keep these conditions, then what you got, sir? You got this. This particular solution is called, sorry, this solution is called, this is called a particular solution. This is called as what, sir? This is called as a particular solution. Right? So when will you get a particular solution? When you keep some initial value or boundary condition in your general solution, you will get your particular solution. Right? Now there is something else called singular solution, which will not achieve like this, but that is basically not seen in your engineering problems. So we can omit about the singular solution, right? But if you are a BTech student which are going in college, then you might have some methods to find the singular solution also, that is solvable for x, solvable for y, solvable for p. That is not a concern in your engineering problems. So let us not talk about singular solution. But there exists something called general solution is there, complete solution is there, particular solution is there, singular solution is also there. Right? Next, there is something called dependent solutions, independent solutions, right? If I want to talk about the third point is like this, sir. The third point is like this. If I want to write third point, the third point says linearly independent solutions. Third point is linearly independent solutions. Right? We have seen two things so far. We have seen what's a general solution or a complete solution. How will you get general solution or complete solution, sir? Whenever you solve differential equation, in which arbitrary constants are there, that is called general solution, and in which there are no arbitrary constants, that is called particular solutions. And how will you get a particular solutions? Whenever some initial condition or boundary condition is placed, you will get the particular solution, right? So notable point is, in general solution, what will you have? Arbitrary constants. Arbitrary constants will be present. Here, no arbitrary constants. No arbitrary constants. Very good, sir. Now, next there is something called linearly independent solution. So, see, sir, what is linearly independent solution? Linearly independent solution is, say two solutions y1 of x and y2 of x, or simply say y1 and y2, say two solutions y1 and y2 of a differential equation, are said to be linearly independent. If C1y plus C2y1 plus C2y2 is equal to 0. This will be 0 such that C1 is equal to 0 and C2 is equal to 0, right? If other than this, if for any other values of C1, C2, if for any other values of C1, C2, if for any other values of C1, C2 which are not equal to 0, if C1 y1 plus C2 y2 becomes 0, then they are dependent. See, sir, very simple solution is telling two solutions y1 and y2 of what's a differential equation. The differential equation will be like this. Of the form, I can say d square y by dx square plus say some a1 dy by dx plus some a2 y. Something like this is there, sir. A differential equation is there like this. For this, there are two solutions, that is y1 and y2. Both are satisfying this. Then, if c1 y1 plus c2 y2 is 0, if and only if c1 and c2 are 0, right? If c1 c2 are 0, then only this will become 0. Or if for any other values of c1 c2 which is not equal to 0, this is becoming 0, then that the meaning is what, sir? They are dependent, right? If they are independent, see, sir, if they are independent, if y1 and y2 are independent, then any linear combination means this only, sir. C1 y1 plus C2 y2 will also satisfy that is, will also be solution. Satisfy means what, sir? Solution of given D. Right? Now just look at this point, sir. A very simple point. Here you might have understood what is general solution, what is particular solution. Now let us try to understand what is independent or linearly independent solutions. Right? So whenever you have a second order differential equations, just for example, you are taking a second order differential equations and the two solutions are y1 and y2. Right? And if c1 y1 plus c2 y2 is 0, when only c1 c2 are 0, then they are what, sir? If this is 0, then they are dependent. Then they are linearly independent. If for any other combination of C1, C2, if they are becoming 0, then they are called dependent. If they are independent, by chance if they are independent, then you take C1, C2 other than 0, you take any other values. What will happen? That solution will also satisfy the differential equation. If this is what is happening, those kind of solutions called linearly independent solutions, right? Now, this is also a basic point, which is introductory point, which I will be using later. This also I will be using later. This also I will be using later. Whatever we have studied in this particular class, order and degree can direct questions can come from order and degree, and other points whichever I have mentioned are pretty basic points, and in the coming lectures you will see more about them, right? So make sure you understand each and every point from this particular class, right? So let me stop this class here, and in the next class when we meet, we will solve your first order differential equations, right? So thank you, sir. So that was the lecture, sir. I hope you enjoyed the lecture and gained some knowledge. For more content like this, please subscribe to our channel and also like and share it with your friends. And if you have any valuable feedback or doubts, you can always write down in the comments. And to watch my entire playlist and the full course, please enroll with us. Thank you, sir.